There's nothing in racing quite like the double. It's a test of stamina and sheer determination, running the Indianapolis 500 and NASCAR's Coca-Cola 600 back-to-back on the same day. Very few have dared to attempt it. Even fewer have made it to the end. Now, Kyle Larson is stepping into that challenge, pushing his limits in a way we haven't seen before. But with ambition comes risk, and the toll may be greater than expected. Can he really pull it off? Before we dive into that, I want to give a massive thanks to the ones that have subscribed in the last month. We've grown from a couple hundred subs to 2,500 in a couple of weeks. Thanks for that. Now we want to reach the 3,000 milestone by the end of the month. Will you help us? Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot. After a catastrophic rainout in 2024 denied him a chance at history, Larson returns in 2025 with a vengeance. 2 automobiles, 2 tracks, 1 driver. The margin of error is nil. But this isn't just about finishing laps, it's about proving he's one of the greatest all-around racers in history. Or, as he puts it, showing he's the best driver in the world. From tragic crashes to insurmountable logistics, the stakes have never been higher. It's not just about racing. It's a story of obsession, sacrifice, and the persistent pursuit of something bigger than victory. 2 devastating crashes, a race schedule that appears unachievable, and 1 driver is determined to win it all. Kyle Larson is risking everything to make racing history, but the path to glory may break him first. What is he doing? Nobody has done something like this before. Larson's first try at the double in 2024 was hampered by a weather delay. He was never able to start the Indy 500, leaving fans and critics wondering if he'd ever have another chance. Fast forward to 2025, and he has not only returned, but he is much more motivated than before. Larson, driving the number 17 Aero McLaren Chevrolet at Indianapolis and the number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet in Charlotte, is trying a feat that few others have attempted and even fewer have completed. His mission began at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, with intense practice and qualifying sessions that allowed no room for error. However, during the crucial Fast Friday practice just before qualifying, Larson's vehicle lost traction in Turn 3. It went nose first into the wall and slid into Turn 4. It was a massive crash, and it appeared that the dream had ended before it began. However, in classic Larson fashion, he climbed out unhurt and unaffected. This wasn't even his first collision this season in Indianapolis. Another incident occurred a few weeks prior, on April 24th, during an open test, when his car collided with the outside wall at Turn 1. That accident was caused by a problem with the weight jacker, a system used to change the car's handling mid-lap. Larson got back up both times. He wasn't rattled, he wasn't making excuses, he had just returned to work. And this is what distinguishes Larson. Following the Fast Friday incident, he told the reporters that he would not stop crashing. "So, no, I don't believe that usually bothers me," he said, brushing off the incident as if it were any other day. He expressed happiness that the high speeds did not intimidate him. "So I'm happy that the speed didn't really scare me or anything like that." The pressure in Indianapolis is unlike anything else. It's not just about driving the perfect line or pushing the automobile to its maximum, it's about doing it with the world's eyes on you. Every practice lap, pit stop, each slip-up is emphasized. For Larson, this meant managing not only the track, but also the expectation that he could complete it. That kind of psychological pressure can shatter even the most experienced drivers. Larson excels despite this. However, he had more than simply crashes to worry about. Due to his commitment to the Indy 500, he had to miss out on important NASCAR events. While other drivers were fine-tuning their setups for the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro Speedway, Larson was hundreds of miles away in Indianapolis. He missed Friday practice and Saturday's heat races. Throughout the build-up, Hendrick Motorsports had to rely on Justin Allgaier to step in. If things went wrong, Allgaier was even set to compete in the All-Star race itself. Yeah, I think just always for me, and definitely for Rick and Hendrick Motorsports, I think no matter through this whole experience, especially this year, Cup should be the priority. So yeah, I mean, I just assume, we're going to run the All-Star race no matter what. So hopefully, we run into that predicament because that means our car is fast. And 2, I mean, yes, it would be extremely nice to go for the pole at the Indianapolis 500, but at the same time, it's hard to turn down an opportunity to race for $1 million. So yeah, like I said, I hope we're in that predicament. However, Larson refused to back down. He planned to fly in just in time for the All-Star race on Sunday night, starting from the rear of the field. No practice, there is no warm-up, just Larson doing what he does best, taking big risks with great rewards. The The way Larson deals with the physical toll adds to the story's fascination. These are not quick sprints. The Indy 500 and Coke 600 are challenging endurance races. You're talking hours in the cockpit with barely a minute to breathe, constantly reacting to track conditions, tire wear, and last-second decisions. Most racers would be exhausted following one of these events. Larson is attempting both consecutively, and that's only half of it. The logistics of Larson's conduct are absurd. Following the All-Star race, he travels to Indianapolis to continue his preparations for the 500. He is also planning a full media tour of New York City, which will add to his already rigorous schedule. Then it's back and forth between Indianapolis and Charlotte, culminating in the grand finale, 1,100 miles of racing in a single day. This degree of dedication is not limited to winning races. It is about making history. Only a few drivers have even attempted the double. In 2001, Tony Stewart finished both races and finished in the top 10. Kurt Busch tried in 2014, finishing 6th in Indianapolis but retiring early in Charlotte. Larson plans to go one better. He wants to complete both and win. The risks are high. Racing at these speeds in these conditions and under these strains leaves no room for error. But how about the rewards? Immense. If Larson pulls it off, he will be hailed as one of his generation's best all-around performers. Not just a NASCAR fan, not just the dirt track king, a fantastic motorsports icon. And he's not simply coasting through this, he is putting in the effort. Several crashes, tight travel windows, lost practice time, and constant media responsibility. Most drivers would succumb to the strain, but Larson seems to thrive in it. He always finds a way to go forward following a setback. When the weather ruined his hopes for the 2024 Indianapolis 500, he didn't complain. He came back. When crashes knocked him around in 2025, he didn't flinch. He reloaded. When NASCAR scheduling interfered, he made adjustments. He is not only surviving the double, he is confronting it head-on. It's a spectacle. The scene is chaotic. This is top-tier competition, and fans can't get enough of it. Whether you're a NASCAR fan, an IndyCar fanatic, or just someone who appreciates a good underdog story, you have to admire Larson's accomplishments. Nobody knows how the races will finish. That's the beauty of it. It could signify glory. It might be heartbreaking. But one thing is certain, Kyle Larson has created something unforgettable. Larson is putting everything on the line in a sport where excuses are easily made and failure is common. Regardless of the outcome, he has already acquired something far more valuable than trophies: respect among the racing community, and the admiration of every fan who realizes how difficult this road is. Kyle Larson's attempt in 2025, whether he completes both races or falls short, places him in rare company. But it's not just the physical feat that makes this journey unique. It's also the mindset, the grit, the unwillingness to be labeled as just a NASCAR guy or just a dirt racer. Larson is questioning what it means to be a modern driver. In an era of specialization, he's doing the opposite, jumping from cup cars to sprint cars to Indy cars, refusing to stay in one lane. His adaptability poses both a risk and an opportunity. And regardless of how this chapter ends, it's clear that he has already accomplished something few others have: total respect in the racing world. So, as the engines roar in Indianapolis and Charlotte, realize you're not simply watching a race. You are witnessing an unusual form of ambition, one that will not settle, one who is willing to pursue the unreachable. Kyle Larson has shown that he is not afraid of the impossible. He is running right into it. Do you believe Kyle Larson has what it takes to pull off the impossible? Will he create history, or will the duplicate overpower him? Let me know your opinions in the comments section below.